What's going on, guys? Welcome back to The Art of Violence. Today, what I want to talk about is Jon Jones. Jon Jones apparently threatening someone, apparently saying he's going to take someone's life for, I don't know, maybe messing up a drug test or, I don't know, being unprofessional, something like that during a USADA or whoever the new drug organization is for the UFC test that they conducted at his house. Said it was super unprofessional. Apparently there are someone that was at his house, one of the USADA or drug test members, said that he threatened to kill them or beat them up. And I guess now police are involved. He said it's not true, released video camera footage. Interesting situation. They're walking out and everything appears to be fine. So it's an interesting situation. Maybe I'll play the little video camera footage. I don't know. It's not that big of a deal. They're just walking out of his driveway and he gives one lady a high five and then I don't know. The dude leaves as well. That's with the girl. Everything seems cordial. You never know. It's not the main point of today's video, though. The main point of today's video is that it's interesting how these athletes who are phenomenal, who are great, who are magnificent in their craft, oftentimes have very, very crazy, self-detrimental, deleterious qualities about themselves. And they get themselves into trouble, and they oftentimes go off the rails and do very detrimental, inauspicious things to their career, like Conor McGregor, like Jon Jones, like other people that we've seen who, when they don't have a fight, when they're not active, and they don't have something occupying their mind, they go and start trouble, right? It's almost like that obsessive nature that makes them so good oftentimes can lead to something so bad if their mind isn't properly occupied.
I never thought I'd struggle with it, but I mean, like, for some reason, when I wasn't fighting or in camp, I just do my head in. You know what I mean? I needed a fight.
And I've always found that very interesting. It's like the thing that makes you so good is sometimes the thing that, if you're not careful, can screw you over on the back end. And the journey that gets people into fighting is not always a pretty journey. Sometimes it's a journey riddled and encapsulated with childhood trauma, abuse, bullying, sadness, depression. Oftentimes it's a road fraught with peril, with a lot of hurt and anger. And those qualities seem to manifest and fester in the fighters. And it's almost like some of these fighters, they fight not because they want to. It's almost like they fight because they have to. And I'm sure some of them definitely resonate with that. And, someone who spars and fights to a certain degree as well, I can say it definitely calms you down, definitely gets rid of a certain kind of poison that can build up in your body, certain type of venom. And, it's interesting how Jon Jones is arguably the greatest of all time. There's the steroid allegations that are always going to be there. And, they're there for a reason, probably because they're true. If anyone wants to see what I mean, go look up Derek More Plates, More Dates. Pretty much single-handedly proved Jon Jones is on steroids. And, Jon's failed drug tests, other things like that. Claimed it was contaminated supplements, things of that nature, but I don't think it was. But anyways, go look up that video. You'll see what I mean. So it's very interesting how, just the light here, sorry. It's very interesting how these fighters who have, incredible skills, incredible ability, sometimes they have qualities, and oftentimes they have qualities, the things that can make them so great, if they don't know how to control it, can make them do terrible, crazy things on the back end. And I think that's what we see a lot with Jon Jones. I think Jon Jones is a guy who has to be fighting constantly. He had a long layoff. And, I mean, it's like once every 2 years, he's getting drunk. He's starting fights. He's getting pulled over by the cops, running stop signs, hitting a pregnant lady in a car and then driving off, beating his wife. I mean, not to smile at that, but, then I remember the beginning of COVID, he got caught in downtown Albuquerque, New Mexico, I think, drunk driving, and he freaked out when the cops pulled him over. He like slammed his head against the cop car, and it's very interesting to see how greatest fighter of all time, arguably, yet has so many outbursts, has a lot of lack of control over his emotional states, seems to have a very split personality. These things that can make people so good can oftentimes make them bad. They don't know how to control it. And seems like the fighters who can maintain that consistency and the people in life who can maintain that consistency are the people at the end of the day who, I don't know, I guess will succeed in the long run. I think Khabib was definitely one of them. I think George St. Pierre was definitely another one. I think Kamaru Usman's one. Leon Edwards is one. And yeah, it's just a very fascinating thing. So I think that's what we're seeing with Jon Jones. I think he needs a fight. I think he needs to stay busy. I think that he's probably on the verge of another outburst if he doesn't get himself focused again. I don't know if these allegations are true or not. I'm not here to. There's not really enough to go off of. I don't want to be one of those people or channels who makes all these crazy allegations when there's not a lot of proof. So I don't know. Maybe it is. Maybe it isn't. But they're strong allegations, so it'll be interesting to see how it ends up in the end. Someone, for the love of God, get Jon Jones a fight.